Students, welcome to Module 5. Module 5 is the big one. It's the Career Capstone Project. It's the career project you've saved all your pieces and parts from previous assignments for. Let's get into it. The overview, the criteria you'll be able to do all of these things. Consider important components of what a career project is about. The self-knowledge, you'll apply what your self-knowledge is to educational career options. You'll identify and analyze meta majors at IRSC. What is a meta major? It's the overall view, the big picture of health science is a meta major. Business might be a meta major. What are the defined categories in between? What are your careers going to be? A meta major is the overall umbrella that may be given a name given to several academic paths underneath that umbrella. All right, so let's look at study activities for number 5 here. Again, a bunch more of these links to go to, and sometimes there's things to do on those links. You've got to read chapters 9 and 10 for college success. Review the presentation, factors affecting the career presentation and decision making. Explore the meta majors and career pathways at IRSC. You may not know what you want to do, but once you look at this page, it opens up a bunch of videos and ideas, possibilities of what you may do your project on. Explore in this process. Find out what's possible. How does your career pathway line up with your interests and profiles that you've been doing all along? That's the point of this module. Career factors affecting your decision-making presentation. So here you've got a document here that has multiple pages to look under and look into. Factors affecting career decisions. This can be your life. It can change your life. Take this seriously, slowly, and evaluate what type of activities you may want to be doing for the rest of your life. This fills in the Holland's theory. What is the Holland's theory? Careers are determined by the interaction between our personality and the environment. It's the theory of career choice. We want people with jobs that like us and like to do things. Career making decision using multiple pathways to learning. Who was it that had the multiple pathways, multiple intelligences? Who is that person? Okay, so you've got this from our textbook. This was a page that was taken from our textbook, I believe, and Pearson, it's from the Keys, chapter 10, at least one version of 1013. Check this stuff out. It's really good for self-analysis. Go through each one of the pages in this resource book and in this resource module. The supers theory, remember that. Donald Super influenced the idea that developing a sense of self and realize that you change over time. You may have a different career choice 5 years from now, but at least you explored this one. So that is in the careers affecting factors at a career and affect your life. Meta majors and guided pathways, big part of the presentation. You want to choose which one of these videos or what is going to be your meta major, arts and humanities. This is a video about the overall umbrella of these areas. Public safety. There's a lot of jobs in the public safety arena. This is the important part. To search for your guided pathway. What exactly, if you want to be in architecture, and if you want to be an architectural guy gal who's working in architecture, the guided pathway for an AA in architecture or an AS in architecture. They're going to be a little different, but it's the document that counts. So this document is a 2-page document, so you might have to grab a screenshot for the PowerPoint using your snipping tool. You can look up snipping tool in your computer, do a search, and find the snipping tool. Grab the first page. It's ready to paste at this point. You can also do a copy. Now open up your PowerPoint file that you've had all along as you started in Module 5, you've gone to the rubric. Let's go to the rubric in Module 5 for the Career Capstone Project. We'll go to the rubric in Chapter 5, in Module 5, and under the assessments, the Career Capstone Project, I've said to make sure you look at the project so you know what's coming. Here we have the grading rubric. The rubric in Module 5 assessments, this is what your project will be graded on. Each one of these parts and pieces are points associated with each one of these parts and pieces. I went ahead, gave you an example. If I wanted to be a nurse, I would take one slide and put registered nurse. The first part of the rubric said career details. I took highlighted career details, went to my PowerPoint slide, made a career details slide, put it up in here, and then I took the details of that particular requirement about career details, copied and pasted it into the PowerPoint slide. I know now I have to cover all of that information without having to go back and forth in between the rubric. It's in my PowerPoint slide. My career details might be 2 or 3 or 4 slides. So it's no short one slide shot sometimes. Whatever it takes to fulfill the information about career details that are detailed what it's looking for in this space. And of course, it's pretty. It's got graphics. It's got intuitive graphics that make sense. You can put maybe text on one. You don't have to have this on here. This text shouldn't necessarily be on here like this, but it might be a career description. It might say tasks and responsibilities broken up. Maybe a different slide for each one, whatever you want to do, but make it work and make sure that information is in the slides somewhere for each one of those career details. Okay, so a little bit about the rubric on that assignment. So we're going to go back for the moment, we're going to go back to breakdown of Module 5. So what we did was go into the meta majors, what took us there. So one of the slides in the rubric was the meta majors and career pathways. Well, I've taken out that video. I've taken out that screenshot of the career pathways for architecture in particular. I've taken a screenshot of it, and now I've put it into the PowerPoint slide that helps describe the career pathways rubric requirement. All right, and that would suffice for that. So I'm going back to the, there's the meta majors down on the career coach profiler. An interest profile, there's things to do here. We want to go to the career coach profiler, and on this, we're going to take the assessment, take the career assessment, and don't cheat yourself because it's going to ask for more. Take the 60-second assessment, 60-question assessment. It moves along and asks you the same questions sometimes, much like some of the other assessments, but it's job skills. What do you like to do? It helps you figure out what you want to do for your career. Maybe you already know, so you'll be very focused on the answers for this. But that would be the career, IRSC's career coach job profiler. And then we're going to take the work values, also one of the components in the rubric. You take the work values, and down here, and this is on the ONET. So these are descriptors. Global aspects of work are important to a person's satisfaction. So we click on achievements, and you have chosen achievement. So what sort of careers are listed in this group? So it's constant evaluation of resources of things to do and from that site. Click on the Find Occupations drop-down menu and select Job Zone to search careers by level of education required. Develop a system for listing and cataloging titles that interest you. Okay? So you want to do that and review the titles. Once completed, you can click the title of a particular work value. What are the values that will allow you to sort these related careers? So what types of values are necessary? Assess the work values for any particular type of career and let me know what those are. So you know you're matching your values with a good job aspect and career. So the career coach, don't cheat yourself, take the assessment and take the 60 question quiz. Getting down to the capstone presentation information. We're going to go to the presentation information, and in this folder, career presentation instructions. It's a page, it's a document that opens up. It's really good resources. You must complete a formal presentation with a voiceover, narration, or make other arrangements with your professor. You can record the voiceover in a PowerPoint. It is very easy to do so. We're going to show you how. I'm going to go to my PowerPoint, and on this slideshow, I can select slideshow, record slideshow. This is after you're done with your slideshow, of course. All you're doing is start recording from beginning. If you have a microphone in your laptop, it's going to find the microphone. So you'll be all set with that, and it'll start recording. Record narrations, all kinds of things. When you're done, you can just save it and done and play it back to make sure it works. Okay? Not hard to do. So that's the career presentation instructions. Here's the career presentation rubric. And in that rubric, notice the point value for each one of those. 5 points, narration. 20 points for narration. That's huge. That's a big narration. That's a big part of that. We're going to web links for the career presentation resources. Lots of web links. This is a dynamite document because it helps you look at each one of the career sites that will help you answer these specific components for the career details. So go through My Career Shines is great for Florida. The ONET is a national registry. The Career Coach, regional specific to IRSC. So under each one of the requirements, salaries and job outlooks, look at these resources that are here for you, and we want to see what is the median, what is the high point, what is the middle range, what is the lowest point of these entry experience wages, how long to reach the highest level of pay. Information on each slide about the salaries and job outlook for that. So that document is a great help to answer each one of the components for that. These are examples. Check out the examples. And it does open up. It's opening up now because down below I see it's starting to load up. So it's coming up. This is online, so it takes a little longer. And let's see, should be loading up shortly. That's okay. I know it works. It's there. All right. So check out your examples. I think because I'm recording this, it's having a time for load up for that. So those are your resources for Module 5. Now we're going to take a look at the assessment folders in Module 5. This is where we're going to turn the pieces and parts in. So Module 5 assessments. Compare and contrast my top 3 career major interest assignments. You're picking three career titles, and what you're giving a brief career summary, a salary, a level of education required. This is M5A1, which means you're doing this first. You're already gathering your information for the final project, right? So M5A1 is going to give you the results of information that you're going to need for the salary for these. So you're organizing it in the information first. You're going to look at this IRSC meta major for each one of the careers based on that IRSC meta major page. You're going to find out what is the brief career summary, the salary, level of education required, and what meta major does it rest in, one of those 8 meta major groups that are in those videos. Your career probably rests in one of those. If it doesn't, you let me know and we'll figure something out for you on that area, okay? But M5A1, give me 3 documents or 3 careers. You can use this attached file to summarize that document. Let's open it up. And let's see. Nope, not that one. I clicked on it. It's going to go into my downloads file. My top 3 careers is here. And now you can use this form to fill it out and send it in. Not that hard to do. Part 2, analyze and compare. Comparing and contrasting is a critical thinking skill. How do they compare? They're the similar in these parts and pieces. My career in medical, for instance, might have similar applications of time requirements to be a nurse, maybe to be but if they're not even close, that's okay too, because that's where they would be contrasting. If you have 3 totally different careers chosen, you're going to have 3 very vastly different areas to compare and contrast. Sometimes you can be a paralegal and then you want to be a lawyer. So those are 2 different careers, but they're related. So they would have some overlaps working in lawyer, obviously in law enforcement and law education environments and, working with lawyer stuff. So that would be a comparison, but they'd be vastly different maybe in pay structure, right? In the comparisons. So 5 thoughtful explanations are required. Comparing and contrasting is a critical thinking skill. Critical thinking requires a depth of understanding. Therefore, a minimum of thoughtful. Give me 5, give me 10, give me 7, whatever it is, but at least 5 sentences of good stuff. Examine how your selected majors, careers are similar to each other and how are they different, and what are the good parts? What are the bad parts? What are the tough parts? All right, pros and cons, and how do they compare? So, back to that is 5A1, and then you're clicking on the document, of course, on the title of that for 25 points. Fill out the document, send it in, attach it, and you agree, of course, to submit my papers to the global reference base, which means no one can steal from you the next time. I know, it happens. It's true. So, Module 5 assessments, that's M5A1. Module 5A2, making a career-informed decision. This is the discussion, and by now we all know how to do a discussion. We're typing in the box for discussions, and we're giving a good critical thinking thought about what did you do? What did you find? Write a reflection, analyzing and applying some aspects of the decision-making process. What did you go through to get there for all of this stuff? What are your needs regard to a future career? What are the roadblocks? Education. Wow, that's 12 years of education. Wow, that's a lot of money to get there if I want to do that. Wow, I don't want to travel. I want to stay in my own town with my family. I don't want to have to travel around the country. Or I want to travel around the country. That's a really good thing. Maybe you're a traveling salesman and it will take you from city to city. So those are part of the roadblocks or things you will encounter in the pursuit of this career. Those are benefits and things, right? So in your journey towards this career, to completing that goal, is it money? Is it education? Is it whatever roadblock you can think of? There may be a few, so we'd like to see some of those. Reply to appear. Students may use and choose this attached file, and that attached file again is going to I'll go to my downloads file. That's where it went. Maybe it didn't, but it's there. Okay, so you use that file, and let's open it here. Come on, it's getting down there. So you open that file and complete it and fill it out, okay? And here's the rubric for that. And this is how a good definition of what an informed career decision discussion board rubric looks like. All right. So we'll close that. And there again in module 3.5 and 5, module 5A3, again, all the specifics for the career presentation. It's been a 20-minute video. Thank you for your time. And the extra credit for this wonderful video will be Capstone. Send me a document in my send a document in the course messages. It says the word Capstone. And what did you understand from this video? Include some sentences, not just the word. What did this helpful video, hopefully, what did it help you do? Possibly understand what to do for the career capstone, as well as the M5A1 and M5A2 assignments. Thank you all. Finish strong. This won't be the last time you see me. I will talk to you again. And word of advice, don't wait till the last minute for anything. The sooner the better you return or put your projects in. Set yourself a deadline for M5A1, M5A2 by this Sunday. Would be two down out of the 3, and leave the final project to complete at worst case for the end. But do not wait until Sunday night to get these pieces and parts in. I will not accept late work after that last Sunday, which is August 5th. So make sure you have everything done. Ideally, you're going to turn in your documents and have it completed by the 29th for M5A1, M5A2, and give yourself a full week to complete. Do a great job on the final project, which is M5A3. All right, all take care. Looking forward to hearing you. You're doing a fantastic job. I'm really proud of you guys, and keep up the awesome work. Thanks.